2, 3.
So I've had many experiences here in the building. This used to be a Catholic college, so there were a lot of nuns here in the building. So I've had 2 experiences with the sisters. There was one experience when I was in one of the offices here, and I felt someone behind me, and I turned around, and there was a sister standing there. And I said hello to her, and one of those double take kind of moments, I turned back, and she was gone. She was only there for a few seconds. I had another experience with one of the sisters where I walked into one of the rooms here in the building, and I saw the image of one of the nuns. Kind of if you ever had a Star Trek moment when people beam in and out, that kind of sparkly kind of a feel. That's the impression that she gave me. Up on the second floor here of the building of the theater, I had an experience with a gentleman. I come off the elevator and I walked through one of the doors. And I came across a man who was standing there, and I said hello to him, and I went on through the doors. And then I realized that it was dark in the hallway, so I went back to see if he put some lights on. Split second, just turned around, and he was gone also. He was just there for a few seconds. Down in the theater hallway, we had a show one night, we had the balcony closed. So we had the staircases blocked off. And I was standing near one of the staircases, and a little girl ran by me, probably 12 or 13 years old, and she ran up the staircase, so I went off after her. I got to the top of the staircase, I searched the entire balcony. She was nowhere to be found up there. She was just an apparition who went up the stairway. And then down in the theater, we called the Underground, I was sitting there for a production one night, and I watched a girl dressed the same way as the little girl that ran up the stairway, walk into the Underground theater, past the concession stand, and right out through the wall.
Oh, wow.
So that pretty much is, that I can think of off the top of my head.
That's a lot of activity to...
Yeah. Yeah, I've been told by some of the ghost hunters that the activity in the building is usually a little bit stronger when I'm here.
Well, hopefully we'll get some activity tonight.
Good.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Wow, it is not even focusing. Look at that. No, it's not focusing on her. Look at that.
Probably trying to focus on the ghost.
There we go. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lexi Heyman Staples. I'm the artistic director here at the Collingwood Arts Center. Follow me. So this part of the building was built in 1905 by the Ursuline nuns. The city at that time was called Vistula, Ohio, and later changed to Toledo, which is what we know it as now. They made a women's college here, and it was very successful up until the late 1970s. We took over in 1984, but the building is amazing. It's a great historical gem in Toledo, and we're really excited to be running arts events and housing artists here for their studio use and a little bit of everything here in the building. Right this way. So attached to us right here is what's called the Gerber Mansion. You see, it's not handicap accessible on the first floor. It is on the second, but it's not on the third. It's the only building I know like that in the area. But the intention of the nuns was to live in it while they built the main building and then knock it over. But they never knocked it down because they never built further. So we just kind of have a mansion attached to the front of our building. Come on up.
Okay. Those are really weird stuff.
Weird little steps. So now we're in 1872.
Okay.
Hold on, there are people shooting. You hear the music.
Hi.
Hey.
They're coming in. All right, we're done.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna give her a second to change.
Yeah.
This room's cleaned up.
Okay. The front's okay?
Yeah, the front's gonna come in.
Okay. All right.
And in a second.
So when I was a little kid, there were a lot of these sculptures around the building, and this is the only one that remains here. When they switched the building over to be an art center and the nuns left, they sold all of those things. So I think just because of the inconvenient placement of this one, that's why she didn't leave, but they were in the theater hallway, they were throughout the building. So kind of an interesting part of our history, and we wouldn't want her to be anywhere but with us or with the Ursulines. So she's home and she's here, and yeah, it's just pretty awesome because we fixed the roof during 2020. So the water damage that you see has been stopped, and now we'll start to rehab the space. So I'm pretty excited about that too.
Awesome.
Now we can go to that. Anyway, this is one of the front parlors. They're kind of matching ones on either side. One of the cool details about it is this grotesque right here on hand carved wood. And in every room in Gerber House, there is a fireplace, except for on the 3rd floor. And it's pretty sure that those would have been servants' quarters.
Okay.
So I always think those would be creepy and fun to investigate because.
Okay, I want to get a picture of that.
So when I was a little kid, there were a lot of these sculptures around the building, and this is the only one that remains here. When they switched the building over to be an art center and the nuns left, they sold all of those things. So I think just because of the inconvenient placement of this one, that's why she didn't leave, but they were in the theater hallway, they were throughout the building. So kind of an interesting part of our history, and we wouldn't want her to be anywhere but with us or with the Ursulines. So she's home and she's here, and yeah, it's just pretty awesome because we fixed the roof during 2020. So the water damage that you see has been stopped, and now we'll start to rehab the space. So I'm pretty excited about that too.
Awesome.
Now we can go to the
Okay.
So this is the balcony of the theater, and we seat 609 people. If you look down here, you'll see the stage. It's a proscenium stage. And that light right there is called a ghost light. It's a theater tradition, and it's supposed to keep, the theater free of ghosts while there's no actors. These are the original chairs up here, and downstairs we have updated ones.
Wow.
Like this?
Yeah.
Get me to look like I'm doing something?
So the light is supposed to keep those?
Yeah, it's called a ghost light.
Really?
That's a
Yeah, I've heard of that tradition before.
Yeah, it's an old theater thing. It's supposed to keep the theater kind of safe while So obviously beautiful building. We're in love. It's about 86,000 square feet to our best guesstimate. So we do a lot of stuff. We rent a lot of studios, about 80 current rented right now, from bands to painters to ghost hunters. A little bit of anything weird. We have a lot of it. Hey, I've seen you before. So yeah, this goes up to more craziness. I think these are some of the coolest studios in the building.
Wow.
And these ones up here are called tutor cells,
Okay.
because they were used by the nuns to tutor a student in a particular subject or
Okay.
particular, right? So each one of these studios is very small. They're very tall. They have a lot of square footage, cubic wise, but as far as floor space. So if you look at the distance between the doors, I mean, they're really pretty small, but they're very cool. They're useful for people who need access to the building or do a smaller art form.
I can show you one later if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got one, which is badass. Right this way. I think they wait for the advance view, which is where I was going to take you, so I think we'll keep going.
Okay.
Go down to the 9. And I think we'll come back. We'll come back and go to the basement so you can wait and correct these more. So that's the dance studio space, which we use for a lot of stuff, including like rehearsals or auditions or kind of whatever's going on. And just as far as fun facts, fun fact, I went to elementary school at that building right there,
Oh, cool.
which is how I kind of got obsessed with the building. And when I was a little kid, it was called St. Angela Hall. And right here is St. Angela. Now, she's the founder of the Ursuline Order.
Oh, okay.
That's a big ass tree down.
Oh, no. It didn't even stop. The main folklore or the main like story about ghosts down here is the Shadow Man.
Okay.
And he's rumored to kind of travel back throughout here and into this laundry room area. We've heard a little bit of different rumors, like, oh, it's a guy who's trapped here, or it's a nun, and that's why it looks like a shadow because it's somebody with a habit on. You know, different people have had different experiences with that particular thing. But back here, actually, we had, what year was it? 2017, probably, during Paranormal Toledo. One of the ghost hunting groups was investigating down here during the event. And they were investigating in this room back here, and had some rather negative experiences, including being scratched, which we've never had anyone else have kind of creepy experience that way, but this room we've had 2 different ghost hunting groups that had pretty creepy experiences back here in this room.
That room's pretty creepy one for me.
What's that happen?
Or the other washer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, all of it creeps me out if I'm alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This to me, if you're just in here standing by yourself with all the lights out and just standing in here, I usually get a lot of movement around.
I was going to turn on the light.
Was getting fog coming out of that.
Oh,
sand
dude.
spring.
Yeah, get drop fog to just travel down the stairs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
It'd be terrible. I love it.
I love it.
I'll show you my favorite room.
Okay.
This is just the stair area. That's just where we are.
Okay.
We should probably put these keys on the ghost hunting set, Jay.
Yeah.
For when you're here. We wouldn't let normal ghost hunting groups go in there, but. So this is one of the creepier rooms in the building, I think. both this and the room behind us. But I'll show you my favorite room. So it's just right here.
Ooh. Oh yeah, like I can get down there.
Do you want me to follow your camera in?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I can get in there.
It's not so bad if you just kind of go on a lean. Yeah, the light's on, but we've painted over the pentagram once and it just kind of came back. So we decided to leave it. I don't know who found it useful or why it got painted again, but we decided not to fight the
Wow.
application, right?
Yeah.
I didn't agree with the flag.
I was like, oh, it's fine. No, it's not.
Okay, go.
This area of the Collingwood is the library, and this was actually where if a nun would die here, they would actually bring the body here for 24 hours prior to the showing, and then they would have the youngest the youngest nun stay with her. So there would be the nun that had passed, and then one of the nuns as well would stay with her for the 24 hours, and then they would show the body. But this is where they kept the body for the 24-hour period before they would show it. And that was the difference, was they would say that it was in the basement where she showed you on that slab.
Uh-huh.
And that was the rumor around here was, oh, that's where they kept all the bodies, and that's not. They actually kept them here. We know that to be true. So over time, we're trying to get rid of the folklore and the fake stories about the building and put out the true stories about the building. So this is one of them.
Excellent. So we are in the theater chairs in front of the stage. There is the ghost light. And we are first row for any ghostly activity. So if there's any spirits who would like to come and speak to me or Jason, feel free to. There are other people in the building, so we are picking up a little bit of human activity. Are there any spirits here who would like to come and talk to us or interact with us? This is an amazing old building. I've been here once before. You must be very proud of it. Is that why you are still here? Are you attached to this building? Do you have a name? Do you like the type of plays and productions that they have here on the stage? Do you have a favorite playwright? Or a favorite play? Do you prefer plays or concerts?
I may have got an answer to your question. It picked up something.
Okay.
And it sounds like it says concerts. It's a two, but it's like distorted. I've never heard anything like it before. Hey?
Oh, interesting.
Do you prefer plays or concerts?
Interesting.
That's weird.
Huh.
Because it's like it's trying to answer.
Prefer plays or concerts?
But it's like distorted.
Yeah. Okay, so
Or concerts?
I've never heard anything like that before.
that gives us something to work with, though. So if you like concerts, give me a yes or a no to what kind of music. Do you like classical music? Do you like gospel music? Do you like church hymns? Do you like jazz music? Do you like blues? Do you like rap music? Do you like heavy metal music? Do you like music that has singing in it? Or do you prefer just instrumental music like orchestras, symphonies? Do you have a favorite composer? When was the last time you watched a performance here, whether it was a play, a musical, a concert? Do you want to answer my questions? Do you like ballet performances? Do you like dancing? Do you enjoy having lots of people coming in and out of this building, or does that upset you? Where else should we investigate in this building to talk to the spirits who reside here? Would you rather talk through my spirit box? I can turn that on if you'd like. Do you like the people that come and visit here and work here? Do you know Pam? Do you know Jason? Can you tell me who your favorite people are who work here? Are there any nuns here or clergy? Okay, I'm going to turn on my spirit box now and see if we get any activity with that.
I keep getting a feeling like somebody
S-Box.
just standing behind me, like off to the
FM.
side. Because it even feels like somebody's walking up next to me.
Is there anybody here with us? Anybody want to have a conversation? It's just me and Jason in here. Nothing to be afraid of. You have a police officer, paranormal investigator, and then you have a journalist, paranormal investigator. So neither one of us is armed, and we don't have any ghost spray or anything like that. You can come talk to us. Is there somebody wanting to interact with Jason? He feels you walking up on him. You could at least say hi. I can set this little radio to FM or AM. Which would you prefer? Let's see if you like AM. Do you feel like talking with us? What if I make it go in the opposite direction? Do you not feel like talking to us anymore?
It's funny because usually when I come in here or bring people in on investigations, usually they don't, like they know who I am.
Right.
They don't usually stand by me at all, but whatever it is today, it's like, I haven't been in here in a while to investigate, so maybe it's just kind of hanging out with me, I don't know, but I can definitely feel I'm getting like little nudges on my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Just that feeling of somebody standing right here. Like I said, I usually don't. Usually when I come in here, I'm quiet. I let everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Are you
usually
trying? Are you trying to get Jason's attention? Do you have a message for him? You can either communicate through this little radio on my lap, or you can talk directly to Jason into that recorder that he's holding. Do you want us to move on to a different room or area of the building? Okay. You're going to turn off the spirit box now. Let's see, what else do I have done here?